Half net.
Okay.
But it was a full on.
Yep. I have anything
Yeah,
check
if it
her
was in the
phone. I'm
ambulance, they
running
threw
about
that.
5 minutes late.
Montgomery Road.
Yeah. 600.
Okay.
Okay.
Ed's gonna be 5 minutes late.
That's all right. We can go ahead and get started.
This was not in there.
You want to read the minutes from the last meeting?
Are you guys done chit chatting so I can read the minutes?
Yeah, you're good.
Simone, get off his lap. Let's go.
Present, Tony, Kevin, Simon,
It's all
Mike.
your fault.
Insurance. Henning, what was his name?
Dan.
Dan
Yeah,
Henning.
I got Dan afterwards. Dan
Yeah.
Henning. Minutes were read and approved as read. Dan Henning, who is here to present the North Davis Community Growth Alliance. The facade grant program was discussed. The town will need to add some funding to the pot to be distributed to Plainville only. Mike reported for the fire department, 13 runs this month. Turnout gear has been sized and will be ordered next week. Ronnie Roach was here to do CPR training for the fire department. Kevin called Area 1 to see about placing a camera at the park by the burn pile. Out of town people have been dumping work. Simon has passed his certifications. His plans are to stay in Plainville for a year. The plant's running good this month. The tennis and volleyball nets were installed. The district fire department was discussed. Tony made a motion to sign the ordinance 2026-0514 that the town of Plainville will be part of the Davis County Fire Protection District. Kevin seconded and the motion was carried. The truck at Edwards was $17,500. Jimmy will look to see if the old blade can be used on the new truck. The board will offer Jimmy the old plow truck if in exchange of putting on the blade. Tony made a motion to purchase the truck for $17,500. Kevin seconded, the motion was carried. Town cleanup was a success. Town yard sales are this Saturday. Ball diamond is being worked. Kelly wants to get a load of sand for the volleyball pit and the ball diamond. Kelly will be on vacation next week. Sheila Heshman plants flowers at the park. The bills were okay to pay. The meeting was adjourned.
Any corrections to the minutes?
Kelly didn't make it.
If not, approved as read.
Sheridan had to leave because of the alarm went off.
I was
He
late.
wasn't listening.
Oh,
Yeah, I was late for this.
Okay.
Didn't know if you wanted to take it.
We got fly swatter around here.
yep.
There he is.
What's that?
I think it's in the drawer. I think I saw one.
So they Lance, clap over him. They always slide and clap them.
Yeah, we got Okay. We'll go, Miranda. What, how's it going?
Things are going. I did extend out the deadline for vendor fees just because I am starting to go down our wait list and I don't want to cut off too many. So roughly estimate by the time August 1st rolls around, we should have about $700 towards marketing. Maybe we can find a new avenue to do that. I don't know if radio was helpful last year. I don't know. I am going to be going to Ewing in Vincent's at the end of this month and getting our new patches for the big signs, the two we have. And so hopefully we'll have those before September 1st. And then the beginning of September before the antique show, I would like to have those signs up. One at the park, one there down back behind like where our house is and everything on 57. And then there is another type of, it's not exactly a yard sign necessarily. I don't know the material, what you would call it, but it is a, I think of like a fabric kite, I guess you would say. It's very water shedding, but there has, or similar to a flag. There is material that you can get for yard signs that are taller. So maybe in the future, or maybe we get some this year. I would like to be able to put some also more in Montgomery because of the turkey trot. And since they're supposed to be doing a big to-do at the turkey trot this year, I want to have more in Montgomery. So that being said, I do have another food contract signed from Haley Nepp at, she does the little charcuterie board style things and soups. She's the daughter of Nepp's on Highway 50, that restaurant. So she does a great job. So I did receive that one back. I am waiting to hear back and get the one signed for Acai Avenue. It is Libby and Logan Graber's. Libby was a Boyd. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. They have a food truck and they do these little, I don't even know. They're similar. They're more like a breakfast style cold. I don't even know how to describe, like yogurts and things like that. They set up at like Lesh Brothers and things like that too. But that would be a really good option for our breakfast. So obviously we have Callahan's, we have Big Boys Burgers. I did mention it to DW's just in case they would be interested. I mentioned it to the husband. I didn't mention it to the wife. I couldn't get a hold of the wife today because I was talking to her about the facade grant program situation. So I'll touch on that in a second. So I'm waiting to hear back about that. So seeing if they would want to join us in our barbecue spot, if they were interested. They do have power now compared to before they did not, but they have that big bus. So the ball's in their court on that one. Otherwise, I mean, everything's going as planned with that. So the facade grant program, I just got off the meeting for the North Davies Community Growth Alliance before I walked in here. We do not have any other applicants for Plainville yet. Of course, they have some for other surrounding. I don't think they have currently for Elnora, of course, but for here in Plainville, I have spoken with DWs. They were interested in getting a sign closer to 57. That's not something the facade grant can do, but if they were interested in putting signage on their existing
Building.
structure,
Yeah.
because it's not exactly a building. It is, but it's not, you know what I mean? So if they were interested in that, then that might be something they're going to go for, or if they're going to do something out front of it. So I'm waiting to hear back about that. I am going to try to go into the machine shop, see if anybody wants to talk about that. I don't know if that's something they'd be interested in, because I went to a meeting almost 2 weeks ago now in Washington, and I went to the Davies County Economic Development, whatever they are, the EDC. And the meeting was involved with somebody who does historic preservation and murals, and talking about the Indiana preservation. I don't know what their official title is. Anyways, they're wanting to make sure that these buildings are restoring back to their original thing. So Lily's, which is Gavin and Yumi, making sure that they, you know, maybe restore back to the original windows and things like that, versus putting in new.
When you talk to Matt from the machine shop, Matt's the guy that runs it.
Matt
Yes,
wasn't it Bellamy his last name?
I couldn't tell you that
Okay.
much, but his first name is Matt. He might be interested in some of the brick and windows around the place, and that
On
would
the front, you think?
probably. He might be interested in some of that aspect of it.
Okay. I was gonna stop in at Tara's. I don't know how much more she would really want to do since she just did a big renovation last year.
Yeah. On the inside.
Yeah, well, I mean, she painted on the outside too.
Roof and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what you would consider. I don't know what they're gonna consider, if it's gonna be 57 facing, you know, that as the front.
Right.
So, and I don't know if she would want like an awning, things like that. So I'll go in and talk with her, but there's not a lot otherwise other than, for sure, obviously, Gavin and Yumi, they're accepted, they're working on everything. So I guess if I I know it's supposed to be a slow rolling process. Obviously, not everybody's gonna jump on it and have access to contractors to get quotes.
But if they're doing it, it wouldn't be 57 facing, right?
So we, as the North Community, they can only reimburse projects that are accepted. So like when they have their construction quote done by their contractor, they will quote everything that has to be on there, and then it will be quoted as what's going to be done on just the forward facing, maybe.
Right, facing Main Street.
Right.
Okay.
So
Main Street, no, not 57.
I guess, yes, if it is,
Yeah.
depending on their location. That's why I was trying to figure out, like for Terra.
Yeah.
Terra would be facing 57
Right.
versus forward facing. Because I don't know if that would be considered her front entrance. I mean, obviously she has.
It is her front entrance.
This, I guess.
I call the highway side the
Okay.
front
That's
entrance.
the way it was when the bank was there.
Mhm.
And everybody uses the back side.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
would call the front.
Okay.
Front.
So that might be a good workaround for her
Right.
if
You
she
don't have
was
Right. No, I understand.
interested in doing that. Obviously, if it came down to it to where I can't remember exactly what Dan said about the park building, because I remember hearing it. I don't think he gave a straight answer
He
on
never
that.
give us an answer, no.
Okay.
We're just gonna
He
check
said he
in.
was gonna drive by it and look
And then
at
check
it.
in.
He did take pictures and send
Right.
them into the committee thing.
Oh.
So I do know he did pursue at least that far.
Okay.
Because he took some really nice pictures of it, to be honest. So whatever, I guess, I'll touch base with him, see if he found out anything about that. Otherwise, I really don't have a whole huge update on that. I can give an application to the machine shop, see if they would be interested, but I feel like it's something also you have to explain in person rather than just giving paperwork.
Mhm. Yes.
So I give, Jimmy Edwards was in,
Yes.
that owns and I give him a pamphlet, one of the things the other day,
Okay,
and he is interested in it.
okay. Well, that's
He's,
good.
he owns Lovett's, he's at the place in Washington.
Right.
And it's right here, and he said something about, he would be interested in it, so I give him one of the
Stuff that he gave
packets
us.
that
Okay.
Dan had dropped off the other
Okay.
day.
I will get in contact with him then and just kind of.
Because he kind of thought it would be, dress up his building here.
Well, so the meeting I had went to at the Davies County EDC, they did mention about restoring the mural. But we have, I went to the Historical Society or Historical Museum, whatever, and I could not find a single picture of that mural in its
Check with the
entirety.
high school, because I think
High
that
school
was.
painted it.
Yeah,
It's in one of
but
the yearbooks.
it was in one of their yearbooks.
Which high school? Plainville High
North
School or
Davies.
North Davies?
Okay.
Okay, do you happen to know it, like an era, like maybe like in the
Late
90s?
90s, it's been mid-late 90s.
Mid '80s, late '80s, early '90s. I seen. Well, I've probably got the yearbook somewhere, but she'd be the one to ask.
Who?
Yeah. Call her.
How many watts is
She's
that?
over. She's over at.
Because Jimmy, he owns that building, and they're
Right.
talking about, he talked to me about,
Softball tournament they're having over
getting a mural put on there, but more of a patriotic type mural. And,
Okay.
that's what he's wanting to do, but they got a quote from someone, and then Jimmy told us, and he said they wanted like $32,000 to paint it on
That'd
there.
be great, then tie into the North Davis High School and let the seniors something up here and do
But
it.
he said something, he's interested in doing that because he said he wants to,
Okay.
he's wanting to do some other work in town he's wanting to put up, some,
A pergola
a
thing.
pergola type
there.
thing over here on the corner.
Okay, so I thought that was his dad that owned that.
No.
And this
Yes, it
property,
would be, it's his dad.
because that was the meeting I went to was about that property.
Yeah.
They were talking, the reason I went was on behalf of the facade program, but they were talking about wanting to do something on that corner.
He's
Right
wanting to,
there.
he's already talked to different people
Brick
about,
house, yeah.
So he spoke with Bob Grew, which was.
yeah, because I give him, make sure, yeah,
Yeah, and then there was a couple other people there. There was Purdue Extension was there, the tourism, Davis County Tourism was there, a couple other people, and then that's where the person who does the preservation was involved in that too. Because they were talking about how I had also mentioned, whoever puts something there, if you're gonna put something there for the community, please put a fence railing up because people go flying through here. Even if it's something decorative or some type of a nice, maybe not a fence, but something, what would you call it? Not like a stopper, but
Blockade.
something,
Well, yeah, something concrete.
something for people. I mean, I'm not saying kids are gonna run out, but if you're gonna put something for the community. But I do know that their problem was, and they were stopped at because of, he couldn't receive any grant funding without being a nonprofit from county, because it is personally owned versus nonprofit owned. And it would benefit, because I think there's apartment buildings right, apartment right next to it. So it would benefit that directly versus being a public.
Maybe needs to sell it to the town for $1.
Mhm.
So
I know.
But those,
It's just a little piece.
but he's talking about, he's wanting to put, like, pergola, not a pergola.
Gazebo.
Gazebo type, but not, actually just a square type of
Mhm.
building with, they're gonna put some concrete access to it where they can people can, on Christmas time, put stuff in there.
okay,
And the other thing I was gonna ask, I was gonna try to get a hold of Debbie Goodwin
yes,
about where and I don't know that there's probably, they give us these banners.
right.
I was thinking maybe getting some fall like we seen some and get something that says welcome to Plainville, and have like a fall theme ones for like at the fall market,
That would be a good idea. I can talk with Debbie about that.
and
And
find out
see.
where them came from, where we got them, where they came from, where we can get a hold of someone and try to get some pricing on
One's for
some.
Pineville, okay. Yep, let me, I will send her a message tonight, while it's fresh in my mind, and see if I can find out where they came from or pricing, or if that's something Davis County Tourism chips into.
And if, I thought maybe, like I said, that the fall market, we could put have a few that says welcome to Plainville on some of them, and have some kind of,
Don't walk away.
fall
Yeah.
theme.
What would you call those where they post banners?
Yeah, they're on the light post, and we also got,
It's the same, it's the light post banners that
Okay.
every community got them.
I was trying to figure out what, like, an official name for it, but
A pole banner.
like, okay.
I mean, that would, because they're designed to go.
They're the 250 ones.
Yeah.
But we could get Christmas ones maybe, and
Third week of January's ones. All kinds of ones.
my birthday.
Yeah.
Trash rules.
Trash rules.
Trash rules, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, don't we need that?
Also, going back on the market, I have now 6 different places that I'm checking and going back and forth on of tents. If it's something, there is one from Nashville, Indiana, and they are $2,000 cheaper than everybody else. But I need to find out why.
Oh,
So,
Oh, that much cheaper, there's a reason.
yeah. So, otherwise, that's where I'm at on that. But regardless of it, it's going to be about, even if it is with the cheapest person, it's $3,000. Somebody told me to check with the Amish, Lester Graver, I think, to see, but I don't know if they have one big enough.
they had one out at Shiloh.
That's where, they got theirs from Bloomington. And
That looked like a pretty nice tent.
yeah, it did. I checked on their website, and the thing that got me for theirs is they only do per day rental. They don't give a quote for if you need it up for a week. Because we are probably gonna want it up for at least, 2-3 days before the Christmas market. Just in case we do have any incoming weather, or the ground is hard, or something crazy. We wanna have it up probably, if it's on Saturday, we probably wanna have it up by Wednesday, Thursday at latest. So that was my problem. They were quoting close to, I think, $2,500 or $2,600 without the side panels for a 40 by 140. And that was without the side panels. Side panels are $25 each, and you need 16 of those. And then if you're going to do any lighting, that is $250. And then that is not with any heaters. Heaters are going to run at least between $500 and $750.
So you can still figure $4,000.
Regardless, yeah.
Mhm.
And so my husband keeps pushing me to tell me, why don't we just forget that for this year and have everyone bring their own tents? And I don't know.
Hope for the best weather.
Yeah, I mean,
Could you pre-book it and basically say with 30 days prior, you kind of know the weather's gonna do?
yeah.
Refunding could come into
Most
play.
places don't even need you to hold a booking out for December because they don't
They
have
don't,
people.
they don't plan on using
And
it.
just
Yeah.
kind of roll the dice and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, but the problem of it is, since I am not a nonprofit, I cannot get any, just like we had just talked about with the property, I can't get any county funding. So I would be reliant on.
But you're working on that, hopefully for next,
Yes,
possibly.
I would like to, but like I said before, I'd have to have 3 members, me included, not being related. And so then I would be giving up 66%
Mhm.
of a vote. And what if somebody doesn't want to go with what you guys, you guys are giving use of the park for this, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like your opinion and everything's valued more than somebody who.
You don't want to say we're gonna have it this week and 2 other people say, no, we're gonna have it this week.
Right, or
Yeah,
something
well,
that's
I
worked for us
understand.
before.
Well, the biggest thing on the events is trying to work around all the other events.
Yeah, we already
No, I
talked about
understand
that.
want
Yeah.
to have control of it.
Yeah. And I don't want to lose that. So then it's like, I don't know. I mean, then I could do if it has to be at least 3, then I could do 4. Me and Lane could both be on there. And then have to have still 2 other people.
And
then-
You need to get
That's what I'm
some.
saying, maybe me and Sheila.
Yeah, that'd work.
I mean, if you guys,
If we don't have to do anything.
You just have to vote.
If I just
Go
have to say
meeting.
yes, my wife would do it.
Yeah.
Well, she don't like to say yes very often.
To you, but to others you might.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to have it set people who have the interest of Plainville.
Town, yeah.
Yeah. So I can get more information if that was something you and if Sheila would want to do it.
I wouldn't care as long as it's not a lot of.
Somebody pro Plainville.
I mean, yes, it has to be pro
Well,
Plainville.
you
I mean, I do all the
Leslie.
logistics, obviously. So,
No, you,
And that
you,
would be the same
you
way.
would have to, yeah.
so I'll get some more information on
Just
that.
throw
and
that
you guys
out
will-
there.
I'll at least have something for you guys to think
Well,
about.
I'm sure I could find somebody else to,
Say yes.
if Sheila doesn't want to, but I don't think she
Well,
cares.
so
My wife would just, she can say yes. And she loves spending money and shopping, so.
yeah, I mean, I can also put it out there on, I hate to put it out there on Facebook because
No.
I wouldn't.
I would-
it's
I would just leave it,
Yeah.
leave it the way it is right now.
so that'll be my, I guess, something I can try to figure out in time to have it. Because if we did have something even by October, November, I could at least accept any type of donations from places that need to get rid of money before the end of the year.
Mhm.
Good point. Yeah, a lot of places like to do that.
Yeah. So even if it is just, I'm not saying even if it is just $1,000, but I mean, even if it was $1,000, that's helping me something.
Like,
Yeah.
$1,000 is more than $1.
And then I'm also going to be considering doing the t-shirt thing still. I'm working with Olivia Wagler on that. So any extra funds would go towards Christmas. So that's all I have.
Okay.
So I will get information. I'll let you know about that. Okay, so I will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Thanks.
Mr. Perez,
Pardon me?
back to you.
So,
I was wondering about the notice deal that I got in the mail about that somebody, like, there's a problem with how my place looks or whatever.
don't know what you're talking about.
But I got a notice that said that, like, I need to clean up or else my place is gonna get condemned.
From
I
who?
don't think it's condemned. No, it's what Beth sent us, remember? Wasn't,
No.
what property are you? Which property are you?
316 on Marlette,
Is that the
across
corner?
from on the corner, yeah.
We didn't send anything to you.
We sent letters to the house down here and the house
It
over here.
actually went to my dad.
Okay, now we did Smoky Joe's, which is right up here on the highway,
Mhm.
and this CITX, which is over here on the highway.
Uh-huh.
That's who we sent letters to.
Well, I need to ask him for sure. He told me it'd come from the town, but I didn't look at it myself.
No, we need to let us see it. Yeah, because I don't.
No, there
I
is,
was just wondering what the problem was, what.
well, we didn't send any letter,
Mhm.
but there is ordinances about if you do have, there's supposed to be fence where you can't see stuff,
Uh-huh.
but no one,
And mowing
Yeah, but
and
nobody-
that's
the grass
mowing
is
and,
too high and it's mowing,
trash.
but
Yeah.
I don't know who you got a letter from, unless it was from the county.
Well, I'll have to just get that paper from you, I guess, make sure. But
And we don't have any, we're not gonna do anything with you.
And so you can't condemn property.
No, yeah, we
No,
can't
we
do
don't
that.
have-
Was it in your PO box or
It was just,
like? in
Which
your-
was that?
he said
I didn't know if it actually mailed or somebody slid it in there like a hand delivery.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. Cause actually, my dad owns it, I'm buying it off my dad, so he's the one that got the notice.
Oh, okay.
Unless it
I
come,
don't
from
get
the-
that.
unless it come from the county.
but I can't imagine.
I didn't think it
We've
was whole
sent-
town
We've been
first.
sending letters to this house over here by,
By
across
Tara's.
Terrace and this house over here is about getting there mowing the grass. Now, if you don't mow your grass, I'll send you a
Yeah,
letter.
no, I think, I was thinking probably what the problem is I scrap on the side and my scrap pile, what I figure maybe was,
But,
like.
and
Well, wouldn't have been us.
We didn't send anything for that, but I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
but
Now, I think it's coming from my back door neighbor.
I was gonna say, it ain't coming from your neighbor, is it?
But I can't say that for sure,
there's,
We didn't send anything, so,
Yeah. Well,
because we can't condemn
that's
anything.
what I wanna know. I wanna know if it was a scrap pile or what it is, that was the big issue.
Well, I guess you'll need to look the letter and see who signed it and where it
Yeah.
came from, then go
Yeah,
from there.
I'll just have to get it from there.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. That way I
Cause
can.
if it's not signed, it didn't come from
And
you.
one other thing, I
Says
wanted
from the
to
town.
try to pay up a little money too.
Okay.
See where it
Sure.
comes
I'm
from.
not sure. I couldn't find my last one, so I'm not dead. I know it's at least that much.
You want me to look it up for you?
And I'm probably more than that, but
Let me go
that
look
should
it up.
catch most of it up.
Do you want me to look it up for you? Or
That's up to you. I don't care.
I don't care, if you want to just
I
put
mean-
that on it, that's fine.
I know, I'm pretty sure it's more than that. So,
I hate to ask you this, but your name was, is it Magla?
no.
Yeah. Is your dad Magla?
Huh?
No, who's next to you? Marvin.
Got dressed, came up
Looks like it's 3:20, so you're almost close.
Is it? If you heard anything from any of them, them people wanting to try to buy this house down here,
No, I don't.
I left him 3 voicemails, giving him this number, and the third voicemail, there were people talking about this house.
some companies been trying to buy.
They're out of Texas.
That,
The one by Terrace.
the one that Cox boy lived in.
Oh,
Yeah.
send you a letter about
And
it.
after
I'll check it out one. He just
that
told
third
me,
time I left the voicemail,
I don't know if he did.
and then I got another call, we don't accept voicemails, or what, you don't accept voicemails, you know, I
Well,
left
maybe
them.
you just thought.
But wanting to know the
All right,
taxes
thank you.
due, still want to ask about the drainage, like the rainwater, asking about the water, asking about this. And I said, there's no water. It's illegal. You have to have city water. No. And I finally hung up on my hand back from
Was that guy's name Martin?
Marvin.
That's who
Marvin.
was in it. I thought it was, his dad was Marvin.
Yeah, that's,
It might be both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin.
He lived right there beside Thomason, across from the apartments, that trailer. just
Oh, I
got there.
know, I know where he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was, not very often, but occasionally.
I got an RV in there now.
Yeah.
An RV rolled in the last couple of days. Well,
He's what I could do.
there's we now have our fifth registered sex offender live there.
Where?
In his place. There's a registered living there now.
Who is it?
In that trailer?
Yep.
It's not hooked, he didn't try hooking it up to the
No,
sewer. did he?
it's registered to his house.
No, it's not hooked up to sewer. I don't know how they.
No, I looked at that,
I think they
actually,
just run an extension cord from his house to.
that
make
could be,
power.
but there is now a fifth one that's registered to his place.
Really?
Yes.
To his, that's fifth one in his place?
Mhm. That's
Well, the
the,
fifth one in town.
yes,
Oh,
R.O.N.D. Thompson.
That's her brother.
Okay. He's now living there and registered.
He must have just got out.
That makes five in
Brother or
town.
dad? Harlan was her dad.
Yes, you're right.
that ain't the Thompson,
That's
He's an older
the
gentleman.
Thompson that lives down, the Thompson that lives down on
Yeah.
the end of John Street. That's his dad.
Okay.
That is, this guy is that boy's dad.
yeah, which is,
Angela and him.
I paid attention to the,
he
There
was,
he is.
he was
Restaurant
married
list.
to the lady that lives in Mr. Burris's old house.
remember camera,
Mr. Bruce
just
is over
clarify.
Mm-hmm.
Trish
Yeah.
Thompson.
the,
Yeah.
I can't remember what his,
Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Ron
well, we got some
Bell's
Andy's, don't we?
Well,
son-in-law,
Stepson.
So,
stepson.
so you're up.
Plant's doing pretty good. We had an issue today. But we worked through it. It's solved. We had a plug pipe and it was not fun to unclog, but it's unclogged.
Okay.
So beyond that, trash is actually getting a little bit better, but that's typical for summer. People's not home, we get less of it. I mean, that's just common. The old mower broke a drive belt. We'll get it fixed, not a big deal, it happens. New truck's doing really good. Anything else you can think of? And you've got the quotes on the fans and stuff. We've not put no work into the ball diamond yet, but there's just, with my vacation that got in the tank, just got so hot. We put a thermostat down in there and it was 130 some degrees in the tank. You just can't drop it down there. It's getting better and there's no airflow down there, but we're gaining slowly but surely.
Yeah, cause I talked to Baker and yeah, he said as soon as he's got jobs going on in Arkansas and Ohio and so, but he said if we give him, we want the plant, they want that tank up and running for at least a couple weeks, months before we.
I'd say good solid 30 days.
Before we drain the other tank down enough to where he can get the catwalk and
Yeah,
stuff
I'd
put
say
in.
at least a good solid 30 days. Make
He
sure
said
you
if we
don't
give
have no
him-
leaks or mistakes.
If we give him a month's notice, then they would get that put in and get that handrail on and
And hopefully get it in a week, not a 6-month ordeal. Cause that's something he's about to work with. So I can't drain it halfway down and be shut down for 6 months.
I don't, he said they'd get it done.
It's gonna say, cause if it's only more than 2 weeks, I'm
Well,
not gonna completely drain it.
No, we
Not
got,
all septic.
yeah, but we just gotta get the other one up and running,
True.
so.
Some PVC and paint work and it should be ready to roll.
And then,
So loss control.
so we've been having that, it's always been a problem out there, heat building up in that building. And of course, it's been hot. So I had, Net Mechanical come and look in, there's some old fans, one on the south side above those
Where the main lines come out.
lines come in where the valves are at. You know, there's the trunk line that goes up and it goes through the wall. There's one there and there's one on the east wall. And they ain't been working for years, you know. So he can put 2 intake louvers, wiring and into the exhaust fans and put some switches on them when they kick on. It's like trying to get the heat out of that building.
When we put the new doors in, the new doors, we chose not to put the vents going in. So they just plug up because of all the cottonwood. So now we're struggling with getting the airflow in the building so we can even suck it out.
And Rex was worried about them sucking water into getting on the electrical and all that stuff. Of course, now most of that electrical's all gone anyway.
Yeah, we've got all updated. new
It's all
stuff.
updated, but when we put the doors in, he didn't wanna put the louvers in because he's afraid that when they turned on, it would suck water in. And so to fix it is like $4,595 to wire, put new and put some gate or some switches or things to when it kicks on, you know, meets his temp, it turns them on.
$4,595.
No, $4,595.
I make a motion,
$4,600.
make a motion that we go ahead and have Net Mechanical put that in for $4,600.
And that should,
The exhaust fans. you need to
yeah,
have it in there.
some intake louvers and exhaust fan, you know, hook them up to.
Because we need to get the heat out.
We got the fan,
Yeah.
the fan's there. We just need to be able to get air in.
And we've got those 2 newer motors
Yeah, I don't want to.
and we don't want to overheat them.
No, I understand.
And
We'd like those to be in there another 15 years.
it is, I mean, it's been hot, so it's been, you know, 80-degree days, probably not a big deal. When it's the 100-degree days is when we have the problem.
That's why we've got the door propped open right now, just allowing plenty of air to circulate through there.
So I got a motion on the table, seconded by Tony, to pay $44,595 to get new louvers and fans hooked up. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. I'll get hold of him, get that done. Anything else about the sewer plants?
I'm gonna respray the alleys because I misjudged the chemical for the bigger tank. I had to respray all the alleys because.
I noticed the green was coming back.
Yeah, I misjudged going to a bigger tank on how much chemical to put in, so I gotta respray them. Besides that, I mean, everything seems to be going really good out there.
All right, and then, when we catch some days it's raining or something, need to work on getting that building cleaned
Yeah,
up.
we discussed that already.
So, cause that dust gets in those motors and
Mhm.
so. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
What you got, Mikey?
Been good month. Not a lot of stuff going on the fire side, medical runs. But, other than that, it's been,
We got one car, right?
Where was you heading the other day? A couple of days ago. I see you heading north out of town with your light on. An ambulance.
Oh, heading this way?
Yeah.
Oh, over to Scotty Albertson's.
Something happened with him?
Scotty Albertson. That's all I can say.
Nope.
Gotta
One taken.
keep it polite
The
to them,
ambulance there too?
Yep.
Okay, that's for the ambulance. I seen it
Yep.
coming.
keep
Everything
it
else
polite to
been-
the patient.
been doing good. No equipment issues.
Yeah,
I'm aware
working
of.
truck then.
So you've got your turnout gear measured and ordered,
It is ordered.
and your
Air
ta-
packs
air
are in.
packs, they're in, aren't they?
Size. Yes, they're here. Majority of
They've been
people
used.
got sized.
Airpack's been used.
The new ones haven't.
I was told two of them got used at the,
The new ones
Ball
aren't supposed
fire.
to be used yet.
well,
The old
you might
ones are
want to talk to
still,
some other people.
the new ones ain't even on the trucks yet. Better not be. But anyhow, if they've been used, it's not been approved yet. Because everything's not been completely processed. Still waiting on the extrication equipment to come in. It was purchased and
So the fire district, we signed this thing where they supposed to have some kind of public hearing, but I don't know if they ever did. I don't think they had it yet.
I haven't heard anything.
It was supposed to be in last month, but I don't think they had
no,
it.
I think that's scheduled for the 28th of July.
So any more what's going on yet? Nothing?
Haven't heard anything else other than what we know right now. They're talking, meeting the 28th to discuss the public hearing side of it. And after that is done, then it will be the next step. I don't know getting whether it's getting the boards together or what their plan is. I haven't heard the next step of what's happening after the meeting on the 28th. So, but then I know we had to send in the information file, which,
To Baker Tilly or to the lawyer guy?
yeah,
Cause I knew
Susan.
you were supposed to get your budget to the Baker Tilly lady.
yeah, that was all processed and final, that we just consolidated some things because it ended up, it is a budget, but it's not per se, nothing has a solid line that it has to stay under. At the end of the year, anything that's left can be rolled into wherever you need to go with it. Unlike some of the things that you deal with, that are restricted. Basically broke down on you tell it how you want it broke down, and it's like a checkbook. Everything comes out of these little things, but it's all out of one pot. And at the end of the year, if you got money left here, keep it and get next year's money. Alarm going. But that's what she explained to us on things. So I sent the final paper, which put some things together because we had the same stuff separated in different areas, thinking we had to watch where we were at. Put it in, send it, and haven't heard anything else back
Both
yet.
pumps
So,
are,
The what?
both pumps are on, been fighting off last couple of days.
so
Been waiting for it to crash and burn. Once the valve goes down, we're gonna find it. Now, it's probably already fixed itself.
Okay.
as far as anything else that's happening, I've not heard anything else other than Scott did send me a message to see if who on the department would be able to go in support of what's going on. But the 28th at 9 o'clock is the commissioners meeting for that.
AM, not PM.
Yeah, AM.
So everybody can be there.
Anybody can be there
I know.
that wants
unless
to
you
go. Well, yeah. That was a comment that was put out, and it's like, I didn't schedule it, that's their scheduling, that's it. So,
Be there for a reason.
So, and I thought you was gonna lose two guys and you've got two guys coming on. You got how's your members going?
right, we brought in two new folks and we got rid of one. And well, yeah, Gary Williams, we pulled off. He's been at Southeast for forever. Once he left the Hill, I went down there, he got on the department, we kept him because they showed up to everything we had anyhow. He told us for several years if we needed his spot, just let him know, and so we, with everything else going on, we pulled his slot and brought in a new, got Aaron Wagler and Richard Graper. Aaron has the tire shop in Odin behind
Oh, okay.
the,
Tire.
yeah,
Fire department.
and Richard is
Out of
with
Airworks.
Airworks.
Yeah,
So, and then, Lincoln Falls, we
He stepped.
brought him on, he was gung ho, he moved to Sanborn, he's on their department, we've not seen, so we notified him that he's no longer
on,
on ours. So we're at our capacity right now, 20.
so now you're,
Is that where you're staying at 20?
As far as I'm planning, yes.
I think that's more than I thought for the budget for the.
But
We had 20 last year.
I think only 18.
I seriously, I think
I
there's.
thought we had 20.
There was a couple that we had 20 people, but only turned in 18 names.
Oh, okay.
And with those just starting this year, the two, they will probably not
Okay.
be on the,
Not on the list, 'cause
yeah.
I'm gonna be.
They've not got, I've got to get them into training and get stuff done before they can do a whole lot, so. I gotta get on.
Aaron's,
That's right,
he's on
on
Madison,
yes.
so he's already got he's got all. already
That's
got
true,
his
I
training.
forgot about that. Richard, we gotta get,
so how's the new secondary building out there?
I haven't heard, Delmer wasn't at the meeting last month and hoping he'll be here this month so we can find out what's going on with that.
That's something that's still gonna happen, or?
We're, the ground is there, it's just a matter of who's going to,
Give it up?
who's gonna fund what's going on, but as far as building it, as I should say. The labor is all ready to go on a volunteer status. Just the materials where they're gonna be brought in from and whether it's the community works it, donates it, or it's gotta be funded through something else. I've not dug deep into it, letting him work it because I don't wanna be the outsider going in and talking to those folks and them getting upset in the fact of, yeah, don't wanna stir up.
I'm
Yeah.
fine, I was just curious, no one's mentioned it for the last
Right.
little while, I'm just curious.
The last point that we talked, he was, there are 2 or 3 that are very strongly ready to go with it. There's a couple that starting to drag their feet a little bit, not for sure, with some of the other things that have been running around, so Delmer thinks that he's got the majority ready to go with it. It's just getting them to pull the trigger and make it happen.
I just know you
Yeah.
haven't said anything lately, so.
Hadn't been much come across.
Okay.
And the
Well, I
less
know
we,
it, the,
the less we scatter around, the better off that will be amongst the community out there before they don't everybody know what's going on in their
Everybody knows
businesses.
their business.
Yeah, so,
well, and I know.
and as we get
it's-
updates, I'll keep you informed of what's going on.
And I know the fire district's been kind of taking everybody's attention for a while, so. All right,
Other than that, haven't got any bids on the fire truck yet, as far as anybody interested in it.
putting it on Regan's,
Brayton he's posted it on a few sites on the internet. And I've not heard anything from anybody that has even mentioned anything or I can't remember the price that we set on it, but
What do
we're
you-
best offer, and, you know, it's like, here it is if you need it, and
What's, I mean, what do you ask?
I don't even remember
Mm.
what we said, Kevin, do you?
I was just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a bunch. A little bit over whatever scrap would have been, because I told them we're not gonna, if we can't get,
it's good, it's a good
price.
running truck to
yeah.
be scrapped.
The downside to it is it's a gas engine and it's a manual transmission,
Yeah,
and everybody looks at diesels and automatic.
We can't drive.
Yeah, we don't, well, and it don't got no power, ain't got any power, but.
got enough.
Yeah,
You shoot too fast.
so, like I say,
Yeah, shit, that thing too fast.
we
It's
talked about
geared
it,
low.
and I had, told them that whatever we do is gonna be above whatever the scrap would be. Jesus, there's two, will you quit it? Daryl and Louis, because if we can't get more than scrap, we'll just scrap it. Make more money off of it than, because we contacted a few departments to see if they needed a truck. Nobody was interested in even taking it for free, so.
Damn.
Gas burner.
One department had a truck that had just went down, and we contacted them and told them what we had. They all started, and then the more they found out, you know, gas engine, maybe, well, maybe not, we'll look for something different. It was just to get it out of our hair, we was gonna give it to them. But because it was going to another department, they weren't interested, so we still have it sitting, and hopefully we'll get something out of it before, excuse me, before everything comes off. I mean, setting doesn't do them any good, so.
Okay.
I know it's all drained out and they're pumped and all that, so it's not gonna freeze anytime this winter if it's still there, but
Yeah, gonna be there.
hopefully we'll have it gone, but we'll see where we're at.
Okay.
Other than that, everything else is going all right.
So everything going all right, Simon? No
Getting married
major,
yet?
any major problems?
I don't think so.
Still
No.
doing some classes, right?
Yeah, I just had my last one of the third semester 2 weeks ago.
So when's your last class? I mean, when is it, the class is in? Do you know? Sometime?
Sometime in December.
Oh, so you,
Well, it'd be the same situation as me, to keep him under the grant pay. He
yes,
has to continue taking classes up through December.
okay.
A lot of them might be online, not necessarily,
Gone somewhere.
yeah, it might be some of the Suncoast, but that keeps him under the grant payroll. And just
And we
like,
want you to stay there as long as you can.
just like I done, you're going to stay there through the end of December.
December 7th was the last one.
Yeah, so.
Is there any kind of things you gotta go to, any
In
stuff?
November, I applied for some scholarship thing that I got, and I'm going to 811's Midwest Damage Prevention Conference at French Lake.
But they're paying for hotels
Yeah,
and
they're paying
everything.
for the
Through
hotel.
them. Okay.
The only thing won't be paid for is the salary, but that's covered under the grant
Yeah.
itself, so.
Okay.
It's a freebie thing. He asked me about it. I was like, you go there for a couple days for free, go.
Yeah.
You might learn something.
Huh?
Call before you dig.
All right. We gotta start on the budget, figuring out what budget here, so we're gonna need to do, not this month, but next month, we gotta get,
I'm gonna have to have everything ready next month because I have a meeting. I have
So-
a budget meeting.
so we need to figure out what,
I did a little work.
and so, one thing, we did get the truck, seems to, and it was You know, it did have some little bit of rust and stuff, but it runs good, drives good. It should, and Jimmy, I talked to him about, the blade. And he's checked with them and I think he's gonna get the brackets and get them coming in, and he said we can work around if, said something about giving him the yellow truck for some of, and, I don't know he said he didn't think it was gonna cost a lot to do it, but it's gonna be in labor, probably $2,000 to $3,000 maybe, and with parts, I think,
Yeah.
to get the blade on there. Newer blades, and if that blade lasts us 2 or 3 years, and then in a couple, 2 or 3 years, maybe buy a newer blade for it.
But if we have a bracket for the truck, the blade will fit the new bracket.
Yeah, it's some, but it's gonna be a lot better than we've had for a long time. The only thing I've been hearing from some guys that's short-legged and little on the
Little
heavy
chunky.
side, they'd like to have some.
Be nice to have a step up in there.
Some,
It's a little bit of a hop to get in there.
Boards on
It'd be nice.
they'd like to put some running boards on it.
They make
Why am
those,
I catching a
those
straight?
cables.
No, I brought it up. Don't worry. I'll hop
Those
in
cable
it
steps that
either.
are on the dozers and stuff, just mount them.
Yeah, that's all we need.
You can go get them, the limb well.
So I
A
don't
little bit of a
know.
hop up in there.
And it is, it's pretty, it's
I
pretty.
didn't notice it when I got here.
Well, you're tall.
But, so he did say something about maybe, so we might check and see what some running boards.
Nothing has to be.
Just get some steps and just bolt them on.
Get you a fold up step stool.
Or you can do that too.
Well, fine. Just take me and put me in there, but he won't do it.
Moving at it.
Yeah, but who's gonna pick you up, put you in there?
Myself?
But that might be something we needed to put on the truck sometime too.
That won't be
No, those are.
Little upgrades as we go through the better truck.
That'll make it safer if you're doing anything, there's ice around instead of having to take a big step.
But, and then, he did have to go get he went and got keys that they only had one key for it, so we did have to go get keys. They have a chip in it,
Oh, they do.
Of course, it's
So-
moving up, yeah.
so they cut to what?
I got 2 keys. They're like 49 some change each. It was 2 A&R, so you can do it. Yeah, they'll give me a bill.
But we did, he did get a couple more keys for it.
Can I talk to you about the budget? for
Well, I thought, you just want to talk about the truck. Okay.
Okay, I just kind of went through what we've spent so far this year to see if we need any more next year. So the things that I need to raise, travel expense needs to raise, insurance needs to raise. It was 17,000 and it was more than that this year, so I'm gonna raise it to probably 19,000 because it'll raise again next year, I'm sure.
Insurance.
Now, then, once fire department gets dropped, will the insurance,
That's not next year though. That's for the
That's 2 years.
Yeah.
So we'll have to have it this year
Yeah.
for 27.
Yeah.
We have to have stuff for 27.
So we don't need a mower this year.
Nope, we're good on mowers.
Simon's here, he's mowing. He's good.
Well, we just bought a brand new one, so we're good.
Okay, I'm gonna raise miscellaneous a little bit just from what we've already spent. Then I was gonna ask about the fire
All
department.
right, ask about it.
Insurance, I'm gonna go down, and fire equipment, can I go down on it
I don't
or
know what I got on fire equipment.
5,500? I mean, we have spent nothing yet.
Right. Yeah, cause
I mean, you're getting everything new. is what
we've
I-
got all turnout. Yeah, the only thing that we fall into that is if we go to a structure and burn some hoses that we might need to replace.
So what are you saying, 1,000, 2,000?
I would like to keep it at 25 if you can, if you're willing to do that.
Okay. And then,
Cause normally
training, I have $1,000, is that good or?
I would knock that down to 500 because I don't know what they're charging for classes.
And I have
anymore.
$500 for membership dues, cause there's some things
For the
that,
IVFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 48 or $480.
And your insurance, I have 15,000, but I think I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna check for sure what that number is. But I don't think it's gonna be that much.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be that much, because so far I've paid 8,000 and I just paid it again. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna put that down a little bit.
Okay.
Computer maintenance, I'm going up. I got 3,000, but I'm going up because every year that goes up too. I'll make that 4,000. And that's all.
No, we got 20,000 in paving, or what we got?
Is that for?
Well, just in general, but
We got
Last-
paving, 10,000 in MVH and 10,000 in general. Got 20,000 in paving.
like I say, we need to,
I didn't get that coal patch. I forgot about that.
What's that?
like,
Back
coal-
coal patch.
I was gonna bring
I
that
forgot
up.
about that.
You forgot to get it or?
I forgot to grab it.
you know,
I'll be in town Friday. I'll grab it.
I was gonna talk
Also-
to you about that.
Kevin, would you get a hold of that Jay, what's his name, Jay? About what we still owe on the last of that, lease. Is his name Jay?
yeah.
Cause I think I have it, Sternberg.
Yeah,
See what I think I know, but I wanna make sure what it is, so I can get that paid. I wanna make sure it's
In
right.
your car?
no,
Trash
for
truck.
the new trash truck.
No,
Oh,
for the
the
trash.
new trash truck, okay.
So then it'll be paid off. So then we should be good for trucks for,
Should we
A
be?
couple years anyway, yeah.
well, we should be good for a while.
Well, between the fire department in town, we're seeing a lot better equipment than we were 10 years ago. On both sides of
Or
it.
20 years ago.
Well, if I'm just saying, even 10 years ago.
Is there anything special that you guys want on in this budget? We have gravel, $1,000, tree trimming, $3,000.
That's one tree.
So that's one, maybe two.
That's fine.
Bobby does a pretty good job working with us.
I mean,
No, I agree.
that's about, since we don't need a mower, we don't need trucks.
Well, we need to talk about that building out there then.
Dugouts.
We're gonna be, I thought we were just gonna put a fence up, put benches and a fence up.
Yeah, I can't never get him to come
Baseball's over.
I know, but
for next, but
You
I'd
get the
like-
diamond fixed and we'll see about the dugout.
yeah, I sprayed that with Roundup and I didn't mix my Roundup right, so nothing died.
I like the
I
alley.
mean, week.
I made,
So,
I
I
made it
mean,
way
I
too much.
don't, like I say, if we could, want to make the budget for the paving a little bit more. Then we
I
can,
think that might be a good idea.
'Cause
who
it's-
knows what that's
It's been a while since we paved the whole street.
well,
And it's kind of, I mean,
all the streets are good except
that one.
Marlette.
Yeah,
And
Okay,
it's,
so what are we gonna do with the 20,000 we have in here this year?
we'll put it over and move it over, roll it over into where, cause it's gonna be $100,000 to do that road.
can we would it do any good to do sections, or do we just want to do the whole?
No.
it ended up breaking.
Just because where you join them,
I know, okay, I just was asking.
We tried that once.
Okay.
We had X amount of dollars and they took it and it didn't quite get all the way down out to the
Yeah.
edges. And then now it's got a little bump in it.
Mhm.
So when you go out of town, it's right before you got to Ritter's,
Mhm. Yeah,
there's about 100 feet there that we didn't have enough money to, and then
then the county wouldn't come any further.
the county wouldn't come any farther.
I'll have to see where we stand before I can up anything with everything
I
else.
understand. And then, so I don't know if the park is, so I got the quote to put all new electrical stuff in them. In that old concession stand,
the one we're thinking about.
yeah, putting a new, putting a new breaker box in, remove old wiring, lower new 100 amp breaker boxes. They don't need to have that 200 amp in there because they had all those deep fryers and stuff. They don't need all that stuff.
No.
Move, he's got
Now,
200.
what are we gonna do with that? If we're talking about enclosing it in,
Mhm.
putting windows,
Mhm.
you may need that, because if you're gonna have something in there, if they're gonna have something in there.
No,
they're gonna be
no, I mean,
plugging
100 amp,
across
Even on
lines.
100 amp, you could still run,
you
he's
have
talking
some,
about putting a different circuit for each wall. And we still have our 220 hookup,
it still
for
have
whatever we
200,
need, yeah.
it still has some 220 hookups,
Yeah.
but
and he's on each wall separate circuit.
I
So
mean,
you
it
could
would-
easily run your crock pots and all that stuff. That was something we talked about.
yeah, but I don't know that 100 amp, look, I mean, it's not like they had like, what, 3 or 4 of them
3 or
big
4
old,
deep.
Big old four barrel deep fryers, yeah,
I mean, that was
back in the day.
And they
healthy
weren't,
food.
they weren't,
But,
economically.
and we could, this just started, we're just trying to, and then to put, one outside unit with 2 heads, breakers, wiring and stuff, the mini splits, the air conditioning, heater, it's another, so it's electrical is gonna be $7,347. And the HVAC is gonna be $12,395.
So.
So you're, 12,000. So combined, you got $21,000,
And that still involved the windows or removing the
Nothing.
walls or nothing.
you know. So,
Would that not be after we get the rest of the building done? Would we not do that? Or you wouldn't want to do that first, would you?
The
well, you would
electrical
have to do some of the
Electrical,
electrical
you'd
Well,
stuff.
the
Yeah.
electrical, yeah, before you close in the
Yeah,
walls,
because
yeah.
you'd wanna take the electrical all out and then,
What would be the price difference between 100 and a 200 amp box?
not a lot, cause see, we put that in.
And so.
So, I
you
mean,
put
we
the
could
box in,
put
you don't have-
200
yeah,
amp.
You don't have to load the breakers yet through, and then you can
Yeah.
always add to it.
So if you wanted to,
Yeah.
200 amp breaker box is another $100 a box.
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Yeah.
It's just a bigger box.
Right.
But then, so I don't know, and I haven't got it all figured out yet. But what I was thinking is you got have the building come like this and then go around and you got your door here and door here. Go towards the church,
Mhm.
put like 20 foot, because it's flat as a pancake. Go another 20 feet out and just have an open
Patio.
patio with a roof over it.
Roof and fans and.
They put put picnic tables underneath it.
Yeah.
You could put some out here. And he said that would be another like $1,900 to put lights, LED lights, and that's 12 LED lights and stuff in that. In that middle part. But if you done that and then just extend that on out, then you'd have some open area.
Right.
And then,
And it would be.
but I'd say you're probably gonna get, with all that, you're probably looking at, to finish that inside, put the windows and insulate it and do all that stuff, you're looking at another $30,000.
So
So,
we wanna go towards the church, or we wanna go more out towards the park, towards the bathroom area?
well, if you go out the front, that's got that big overhang, and then the concrete's up and it sits low and the water stands out there a little bit towards the park.
Yeah.
In the front, on the long side, if you go that way. On the other side is where there's some concrete out there, but there's some old concrete and it's flat and the water don't stand out there. Out on the other side, there's, water
Towards the
does.
bathroom, that's, if you put concrete there, you're on top of your water lines and all that stuff too.
Yeah, because the water line from the bathrooms goes in there to that building, and then the power comes, they pulled the power out of that building for the bathrooms. So it goes, everything's on that side.
Plus you
The
still
other
got
side,
your line out to the other pump, right?
Yeah,
By the highway, that all comes from that general area
Yeah.
too.
it all comes up. through
well,
that.
if you take most of your bad winds, they come from the northwest area. That's normally your dangerous winds.
But it's gonna, it's gonna be 60 grand probably come to finish. Time you put it, fix it inside and insulate it and so.
Simon said he'll bill out his wages for next year.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that's just something that's, we talked about trying to get it figured out what to do, but I didn't have any idea what the
Can
electrical.
we do that in stages or? we
Probably-
just
we
do
probably
it all
have-
at one time?
Not really. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do. Well, I guess you could take all put new siding and put the windows in, but then there's some electrical that's gonna have to be moved to do some of that. And you can put some, take it out and just take all those old things out, put windows in it and put new siding on the outside, but some of the electrical is gonna have to come out.
If we can, if we can use it and, if we wanted to charge, we could. And maybe recoup a little bit, but I think if we could just use it and get people to the park, that'd be the best thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we get a lot of people out there anyway, but this might bring a few more.
Yeah. So anyway,
I
I'll
think
get
it's
that.
a good idea.
I'll get that figured up on that, but I thought, went out there and
The park
measured,
fund has some money.
we had that $10,000,
Well, we got 14 in the park fund.
but we
What
moved
about
that
that?
10,000 too from the CD.
You got any of that money from,
That's part of the 14,
you
okay?
got any of that money from the housing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We still have some housing money.
could we use that if we need to, or would you rather use that for something else? I mean,
We could,
that
what-
was, with
kind of what-
specifications on how we could use it, I remember
Yeah,
that.
for something for the town.
Yeah, so. How
So-
much is in there?
and that,
80 some.
I'll get that building drawn up kind of,
80.
so I can, I'll
So.
get that
check
drawn
into
up.
that, Cause crap, we could do it all,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We'll find out how much we got in
I'll
it.
get that building figured up on what it's gonna take to finish it.
Yeah.
And,
You can hang
but
on, still be
the-
fine.
I think everybody has said that the,
Let's go for it then.
well, let me
You still
make
have
sure.
the,
What
No,
it's gonna
I-
cost.
off the park CD
But
also?
I think everybody said the
Park CD also?
new playground equipment, everybody, I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
so far, I think
I'm just
everybody thinks
kinda
that's,
curious, that was things that
that's
are
been
all
a
I
coming
think it
together.
helped a lot, is cut some of them trees down. Like that one great big one that's right in the middle of some of that stuff.
well, and
That
then,
opened it up a lot, and
so. And then the only other thing I know out at the park eventually, I don't know what we're gonna do with the tennis courts and basketball, it's cracked. They came in and fixed it, but when they done all that work, recoated it, but it's,
New nets are up.
well, yeah,
I noticed that.
and then it's, I mean, it's decent enough, I mean, but then people play out there, but one of these days, I'm not sure what we need to do on that.
And it'd be different if you had school coming to do stuff on it.
Yeah, and used to, when the high school used to
Yeah.
play their tennis matches there and stuff, but,
Eventually that might just have to be resealed.
You might just have to
well, they didn't, they
retop-
resealed
Well,
it,
that's what I'm saying, retop it,
well,
Grind everything off and redo it from the bottom up.
but that part,
That'd
they
be
put a
kinda
brand new fence in last year.
but I'll get an idea of exactly what that's, by the next meeting on, about what the building itself would run, what's gonna do. But I think that,
And if we can get some help from the.
Foundation.
What's her name
Yeah.
was talking about?
Philosophy Facet Fund.
But I think
Yeah, that there
Facade.
somewhere,
I
maybe.
think
He's got the name Facade, he's got it.
I think if we could get that,
You,
add some open areas, just to kind of take it out and have an open patio a little bit with the tables under it. people in,
I start saying.
it'd be sitting in the shade
Right.
versus sitting out in the sun all the time.
But
When you have
I think it's a good idea.
And,
One couple inside.
but again, if we go out the other towards the park, the problem is that with that overhang and then with that concrete, it's got a
Well.
big,
yeah.
but then the day we was out there with Dale to look at the electrical and stuff, it'd been after it rained and they was water kind of standing out there.
Front of that building towards the park and over by the bathrooms.
Yeah.
After a big rain, there might be 2 or 3 inches of water. It sits there for 2 or 3 days.
And, the other way is you wouldn't have any of that
Mhm.
issue. And we could maybe
There's
talk
already concrete out there, so we just.
a little bit.
Some
I
of
mean, you'd have to concrete some more, but,
Yeah, but I mean, it
and
wouldn't be.
then, you know, if we talk to some local people, we might get some donation on concrete or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just something on that part of it. Other than the budget, so let's get back to the budget. What are you thinking?
I don't have anything else to say about it.
You know, but I don't know of any big,
I mean, I'll have some fluff money, you know, miscellaneous stuff that,
I don't see any big expenditures that we need to be worrying about next year.
I don't know what.
I mean, you know, we got good lawnmower equipment and,
We got new pumps in the sewer plant.
well, that's not part of the budget, but, but I think.
Sometimes it is, isn't it?
Oh, the other thing, I talked to, the guy about the security cameras
Okay,
and,
Who was that?
Area One protection. So Kelly had mentioned doing, but the way he talked, they call it point to point.
yeah.
We was talking about putting it over there, pointing it out towards the old building, well, there's no power there. So then you have to get some kind of solar thing.
Yeah.
Well,
The back concession.
the
has
back
power.
concession stands has power still.
Yeah.
And then it's about 300 feet. So we could do a point to point from the bathroom. Cause we got when we bought the new security system out there, it's got up to 16 channels or 16
It's
cameras.
16 channel right now. We only have 4.
Oh, okay.
So we got plenty of,
So you're wanting to put.
so they would do a point to point from the bathroom to back there to the old concession stand. And he said we could put 3 cameras up out there or 4. And he said to do that, you're probably looking from about $1,500 to $2,000. Depends on how much wiring they have to do,
Right.
where they get their power
Yeah.
to put stuff. So, but then we could put a camera towards the burning part.
Right.
We could put some cameras towards the back and towards the baseball diamonds.
Yeah.
And
We have to have room for cameras for the new building if we do that.
Yes, but we got 16 channels. Even if that eats
Yeah.
up 4, we already have 4. It still needs 8 cameras.
you still put cameras in.
So we can put them on the new building and still add some to the front
And it
part.
would be another like point to point deal.
Yeah,
He said that it's about $300 to do a point to point. And then it's just your
there's like an
cameras.
extra $100 to go from 8 channel to 16. And when I done that, we done the 16s. We have plenty of room to grow for what we're doing.
But, and I don't know if that's something we want to do or not. That would put a lot of the,
Wondering.
well, that, and also it would, we would take in a lot of the back part of the
No, yeah, I
park.
understand.
Yeah, you'd be able to keep an eye on a lot more stuff.
Any kind of vandalism and
Yeah.
stuff
In the
like
back.
that.
It's far enough off the main road, nobody ever would be.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we took the old dugouts out, because so much stuff was happening in it.
Yeah.
That we didn't want happening.
No, we found some out there.
I found some.
Now what?
Meth.
Oh.
Oh, I found needles. He's found meth. We found all kinds of stuff.
You cleaned your mess up.
My bad, man.
But he said, that, that would be, again, it depends on how much wiring he would have to do to inside to get the stuff. But I don't know. I think that would be is something we want to do. He said, takes them about 3 to 4 days to get the cameras
Yeah.
because they don't stock the cameras, but the point-to-point thing they have says it's about $300. So, and he said it shouldn't, they'd be able to get it done fairly quick. So he said within, week to week, 2 weeks, they'd be able to get it put in if we wanted to do it.
We wanna do it now or?
We can, I mean, if we got money, and that's
Yeah.
not, we have to ask if we got money to do it.
Well, that could come out of the park fund
Are those motion sensors?
$14,000.
No, they're live cameras.
Okay.
And I think they go like 72 or 96 hours.
Before they
And-
start.
and they start
I think isn't that like a terabyte
Okay.
or
Yeah, they've got a pretty good, I usually, well, it's more than that, I go back about a week
Okay.
before they start rewriting themselves.
Okay. I just curious.
Yeah,
And usually within that time frame, we know something's happened.
Mhm.
it's,
I just wondering, do we wanna do it now or do we wanna?
I mean, if we're gonna do it, it's not gonna hurt nothing to do it now. It's not the one that we're working on,
Right.
the other one
Yeah,
back in the
I
back.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the new concession stand,
Yes.
because they
Yeah.
built that one after
After
they had the
they-
softball,
yeah, after
and they had the
But
softball.
that's the one I remember being open, because I played ball in that field.
Yeah,
The other one's.
So that's the
fish
newer one?
that's the new one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that's up front was the old fish stand from when.
That one was open when they had the tractor pull
Tractor
stuff
pull,
on.
dirt
Cause I remember it being open then.
Softball diamond.
The concrete is so cracked up in that back one, it
That front one had been redone,
Well, it's probably.
but it was the original, that was where the original was at, but they had redone it after one of the big tractor pull
Yeah, I
seasons.
can't remember.
But because it had an older concrete, and it was all the level of the sidewalk that walked out to the old,
Bandstand. They had a bandstand.
well, that band center and the grill, the fire pit
Yeah,
that was there.
oh, yeah, I remember
And
the
then
fire
they,
pit.
yeah, they redid that and upgraded. But it was the old, it's a newer construction, but it's the old place, and the other one was the,
So do we wanna go ahead and have him get cameras and get them put in or
I'm
not?
all for it. We might as well, especially after we was wondering about certain things this spring. Yeah, we might as well get it.
So we should make a motion.
He said we didn't need a motion.
Oh.
I think we need a motion. We're
We
spending
didn't say
money.
we didn't need a motion.
Well, ask.
When?
No, he said he needed to know if we had the money.
I'll make a motion, we put cameras out
I'll second.
I got a motion and seconded, getting whole area 1 protection to put the cameras in. And
Do we have a price?
he said it would range from
$2,000 to $3,000.
$1,500 to $2,000.
Not
It-
not to exceed.
Not to,
there. 22.
Okay.
he said it would actually, it could be a lot less than that, but it's just for
No, that's
budgeting.
fine. I just think we should do it.
Okay, I got and all in favor, say aye. But I don't have anything other than we got budget. We've sent letters to Smoky
Yeah.
Joe's, and we sent letters to these people telling them they need to mow, and I don't know what,
Is there something, I know, I hate.
and the problem is there's no phone numbers. I've
I know.
checked, there's no phone numbers you can call.
We're gonna clean up that little bit of the front.
Can we spray it, kill it?
It'll look bad.
I know.
That would even look worse,
I
but
know, but we need to do something.
I don't
We're gonna
know.
clean up that spot, cause Jody acted like she might mow to that front on this one over here.
Yeah.
Somebody mowed the front of that one. I thought maybe you did.
It might have been Bob Boardman. I was on him the other night. I seen him at Oden.
But
He
we're
mows
gonna clean up that
house
little
next to
mess.
it. I said, Bob, just go over there and mow that crap.
Somebody mowed the front a little bit,
Did
at
they
least,
really?
at least from the sidewalk towards the
Bobby
road.
Boardman
Next
mows
to the
that
bank.
house next to Terrace.
Who owns, he owns it?
No,
he
mows.
Oh, he mows.
He
Okay.
mows, I don't know who owns it,
But
but I
so
got on
there's-
him about that.
Somebody
house.
mowed from the sidewalk to the highway.
Jimmy Edwards he's interested. He's wanting to buy that house. Who can't find who?
Really?
You Google Smoky, there's an address
Yeah,
where we send the sewer bills.
yeah.
but there's no phone number, you can't find,
The guy calling me's out of
You know,
Texas.
they have all these places that are saying people are stealing property from you, just don't get with them on those.
so
folks
the
online.
people that owns this house over here,
They just move in and just
chase
watch.
down their,
30 days.
It's hard to get
the
out.
address goes to a,
Oh, 30 days. They wouldn't know I was in there probably either.
it's a post office in a
Yeah.
UPS store
Yeah.
in Texas. Just the where the address goes, where the mail goes.
It's a shame we can't do something.
But I mean,
But I know if we do anything and
You're
then
stuck
they'll
within the
just turn
law.
around and sue us, and then we're screwed.
So you're stuck with them all.
I don't know, I just,
It's one of those, if you do it, you're damned.
I know, I understand.
we send some, if we go in there to mow it, something's gonna, if we go.
No,
in-
those are receipts I've been
That's what I was
stockpiling
getting
for.
at. I don't,
I don't know if I
I
can
don't,
even
and
read.
it,
I like
I
to keep
mean,
a bunch of them at a time.
that
and
house
that's
has
what
gotta
we
be, the taxes have to be not been paid for that. I mean, surely,
wonder if you can find that out.
Yeah, that's,
Oh.
That'd be public record,
yeah, you can call down to the
courthouse.
courthouse and they can tell you it's taxes.
Well, that'd be public record.
but I don't know what else to do about it.
Well, I don't know.
Other send them letters and we've sent them, we
Yeah.
sent them, give them, told them,
Send them a sewer bill for $27,000
Because they
for
can,
upkeep on their ground and see what they do.
well, or just put a lien for a big amount for upkeep. And then when it comes tax time,
I guess we could do that.
somebody's either gonna
All that's in the
scream or
ordinance.
they're just gonna write you a check.
What the
you
heck
know.
is that?
There's no total amount on it.
Some of, the Walmart ones are funky. They're at the very bottom. If they keep one receipt, give me one because they're tax exempt stuff.
So it says tax exempt.
I don't see much,
I'm gonna.
It depends on which cashier you get on which one they give you.
I can't find it.
They always print 2 receipts out.
Well, this one's all right. And that one was all right, but I can't find that.
They're really funky on, it depends on which cashier you got.
This is the Baumgartner. Kelly,
Yeah, I know. I need to bring them up here so I don't
We're
ruin
gonna
it.
have to quit wadding them up, putting them through the washer. You can't read them.
I
Well,
can't read them.
the house over here, the taxes are paid and they're due in $746 is due in the fall one.
In November.
Well, I think we should lean that sucker
Lean it for,
a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch, make them.
make them question what's going on and get a hold of
Get a
you.
hold of us. I don't even
I
see
can't
anything
see
on this
prices
one.
on this either.
Also, they always print 2 receipts. Sometimes they give me one, some they give me the other one.
And this one, I can't, there's not anything on it. There's a bunch of stuff, but
What do you think, Edward? I didn't see anything on there. Huh,
But it don't, but we have liens on that property. So part of that $700 and some is probably some liens.
well, maybe we need to
the
put
other one, I
more.
can't find anything on.
Okay.
How much can we?
How much can we lean upon?
You never know.
Is there rules to that?
No, I don't think so.
And the Smoky Joe ones over here, they've already paid this year's, they paid up this whole year. They ain't got, they don't owe nothing on property taxes.
I don't know.
This is not total. And sometimes you give me the one total, sometimes
I think we should throw so much money on it as a lien that they have to get a hold of us and ask why.
Ed, would you tell me that? Folder, please.
So I don't know what we wanna do. I don't know what legally, can we lien them?
For not keeping their property up. You can
But
just,
if we lien it,
But a dollar amount,
we have to be, when we
I think it has to fall under the ordinance.
have to clean it up,
no, because you can settle the lien without it being paid. Right? If they get your bill and they say, what the heck, they call you, you can drop the lien.
If they clean the property up.
No,
Well,
you can't. No, you can't drop the lien.
You can't drop it.
I can't drop the lien anymore. You have to pay. it.
Okay.
You mean even like on sewer bills and everything?
Yeah, yeah, if I've liened it, used to, I'd go and say, hey, they
Yeah,
paid me.
that's what I thought.
Don't happen no more. They have to pay. I have to write a check from the town, go in there and pay it, And then if I pay it, it's got the, all the fees on it.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to, if they're gonna pay me, they're gonna have to pay me the fees too.
Telling you what, I'd lean that, we find out what
I
the
mean,
value of that house is and lean it for double.
$30.
Okay, we'll lean it for 60. And
Since I've been in the house a couple times for medical
they
runs,
need to clean
it's
that
in
up,
bad shape.
both of them.
So
This one here is.
I
for
don't
this
know,
one.
I guess
This one I mean.
we need to, we could look at the ordinances and see what we, unless
They don't even
Unless
have the
there's-
date on it. There it is.
unless there's
7/8, that's this.
something that we could
That's today.
That's-
put
Yeah, I did.
about the sewer.
these are-
The one of today's.
See, it don't fall, the sewer's its own deal, so we might, I don't know if there's any chance, any way we can put a dollar amount on a sewer problem.
Mm-hmm. See if we have an ordinance on
But if we mow it, we'll,
it. I don't. I want to mow it.
Is that sewer bill up to date?
no, they're behind.
That's on its own
But-
sewer.
Well, this is,
This one down here is on its own sewer.
well, he always pays.
Okay, that one down here is on its own.
That one there never paid.
I think that one's on its own too, because the group home, I believe, is tied into the one on William Street.
So Bernie Mallett's
They're
old
just-
house would have been on with.
I think that was
house.
on that. No, Bernie's had one in the, right next to Jody's. It's a dead
I
pit
think,
now.
might have
I
been-
think.
Yeah,
the-
that's a dead pit. There's
I
nothing
think
in there.
this-
We
I
capped it
think
off.
the group home is on two. I think there's two.
Now that could, it might be going to both pits.
It
then.
goes to
That
pits.
could be.
Yeah,
Because
Well,
I
it
think-
might be, because they probably
That
had.
could be.
Doctor's office still.
Cause see,
Part of it was the doctor's
that-
office, and part of it was the
that-
house.
that one side goes to that pit out there in front of, where Bissy's, where we lived at one time.
Mhm.
Oh, no, we don't need it on there. We should-
Where Tony lived one time,
Was that?
the one that comes off the old group home.
I don't know if it's all right, but they're close.
Anything else?
Not right now.
Well, the meeting adjourned.
Oh, wait a minute.
Too late.